Wasn't the reception awesome? I thought they were. Thank you! Well, first thing to start off with a warning, a medical warning, if you will. If you have heart disease, lung disease, glaucoma, parvo, mono, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Tea Party, or Tea Bagger, if you like tea, or if you're alive, you should leave the room right now. Because this joke is for inanimate objects, which will be left if you leave. And that's what these jokes are for. They're furniture-driven jokes. And if you don't like furniture, you won't like these jokes. I think the best place to start off is with Jersey Shore. Now, if you're a Jersey Shore fan, I apologize because I'm about to make fun of you. But in my defense, you probably won't get these jokes anyways. First off, Jersey Shore's cast, they glow, don't they? They're radiant. I saw an old lady walk near Jersey Shore cast, and she got chemotherapy and was cured of cancer instantly. But I'm a hypocrite because I've actually watched Jersey Shore, but I paid for my sins. I forgot how to do math. I watched it with my grandma, actually, and she thought we were watching the Shopping Network, and she told me, she looked in my eyes, her sweet old eyes, and she said, "Jonathan, I'd like to get me one of them leather purses." And I told her, I was sad, tears in my eyes, I'm like, "Grandma, those are people." Now listen, Jersey Shore is great. You know what's greater? Fortune cookies. My sister got a fortune cookie once. It said her and her wife would have a lovely life together. She was 4, she cried. I want to make fortune cookies that say things that are really going to happen, such as you get your cookie, you just received your bill. It happened. The next, your wife opens her cookie and it says, "You're going to be hungry later," because she will. Then your daughter opens her cookie and she starts crying because it says she just ate her cat. And finally, Grandpa opens his cookie. This is my favorite fortune. It says, "You now have food poisoning." Yes. Do you guys ever lay awake at night, alone in your beds, lonely, thinking, what if Al-Qaeda had a beauty pageant? Because I do all the time. And I'm going to tell you how it's going to play out. First, Ryan Seacrest will be the host. It's only fitting. I can't do a Ryan Seacrest impression, so I'll talk normal. So first, out comes Miss Afghanistan, saying, "Oh look, it's Miss Afghanistan. She has a lovely burqa. It brings out her eyes." Then Miss Iran will come out, and she'd be edgy. She'd flash the judges some of her chin. They'd get upset and they'd stone her. And the winner could get a sash made of bombs, and she could sleep in the house instead of the goat. Well, that joke was stereotypical and racist. My grandpa would have been proud. My grandpa told me many things. He was very wise. He said to me, I was scared of the attic when I was little, and I would say, "Grandpa, what's up in the attic?" And he got down, he looked at me with wisdom in his eyes, and he said, "Boy, that's where I keep my girlfriend." And I was no longer scared of the attic, but I was terrified of my grandpa. Yeah. You know how my grandpa eats his applesauce? Do you? Anybody? He doesn't, he's dead. If you're offended, you should move on. It's been 3 years. Do you guys have pets? Anybody have cats?
Yeah.
Cats are jerks. I have a cat. I come to her like, "Come here, I want to caress you like a small baby." And she says, "Get away from me, I'm better than you." I have one cat, she would actually sleep on my face. That's how much she loved me. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, maybe she was just trying to suffocate you.
Yeah.
And I say to you, why would you say that? You would ruin our relationship. But I would also say, it explains why she smelled like chloroform. Well, do you guys have friends who would possibly get drunk? I had one friend who got drunk once. And she came up to me and she said, "I don't have a brain, a heart, or any feet." And this is what I told her. "You sound like a very special Wizard of Oz character." And then she if I can use this language, she got quite peeved. She was angry. You know what I told her? Well, I didn't tell her. First she said, I messed up my own joke. Ta-da. This is what she said. She said, I was angry. She said, I'm going to go for a walk. And I said, you can't go for a walk. You don't have any feet, silly. She sat down and she cried. If you haven't noticed, my joke has lots of tears and sadness. Well, it's coming to an end this time. Some of you laughed, some of you didn't. The ones that didn't, you don't have souls. You should be ashamed. This was grade A stuff. You'd have to go at least to Roanoke to get better. But we've grown together, us here, such you, Pablo. I know this because we've connected. You're from Vietnam. You work at 7-Eleven. See, I wouldn't have known that if we hadn't connected just now, in this short time we were here. Well, thank you.